I'm going to walk you through step-by-step building your Go High Level community. How to set it up, how to customize it, how to use automations inside of it to save you time, how to drive traffic to it, how to set up the mobile app so you and your students can use your community on the go, pro tips to boost your engagement. And those pro tips are what helped me win those group awards right over there. So if you're ready to start a thriving community or grow the existing one you have on High Level or switch from school, this video is for you. Let's jump right in. So to access or build your community, you're going to come into High Level and you're going to go right down to memberships. Then you're going to come right to communities and you're going to click groups. Real quick, before we jump in, I just want to let you know this video is going to be ultra in-depth. So take notes. And if you have any questions while we're building this, please drop a comment down below so we can answer it, because there's inevitably going to be questions here because there's a lot of material we're going to cover. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to click create group. Is how you're going to build your group. And these are the basic details to starting your group. So first things first is group name. So we're just going to do SAS winners. You put whatever your group is, whatever your name is, you're going to put it right there. The slug, which URL you're going to have, it's going to pre-populate automatically, but you can edit it if you want. Then for description, what we're going to do, so we're going to click copy. We're going to come right into ChatGPT and we're going to say, please write me a description for my Go High Level community. Copy paste, SAS winners. It can only be 150 characters long. If we come right back here, you'll see 150. So that's what we want. We don't want too long. So you're going to put that in there. And what ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Bard, whatever you're using, is going to spit something out for you so you can pop this in right here. And you can edit it. You can write it yourself. I'm just showing you a quick way to do it. So that from there, we got that part checked off. Now we have discovery. So for discovery, I'm not really going to get into this right now because this is going to go in depth on this later in the video. But this is how to use GoKollab to give yourself a ton of free traffic and leads. Leave this on, but I'm going to cover this later when we go over it up here. Okay, then we have branding. So we have favicon, which is a little thing up in the top right corner. So we're going to click that right there. We're going to come right here. This one will be 40 by 40. We're going to put that one in right there. We have the cover image. I'm going to come to my live group right here. It's what they're going to see on GoKollab or wherever, it pre-populates. We're going to click cover image. We're going to just put this right here. You can use Canva to set these up. Now, logo, this is an important one. If you have a group, okay, where you are like the figurehead, like overlord, cult leader, like these online groups are, which is fine. You want to put a picture of your face in, okay? If we come back here, it's what I have right here. See, it's up here, it's my face. I wouldn't put a logo in because it doesn't have as much pulling power. Communities are more based around people or bigger ideas, less than like a company. But again, you can put your logo in, but I just recommend putting a picture of your face in. It just kind of has a heavier pull. And people are like, oh, that's the guy. Especially if you're driving traffic from YouTube or any of these other places, you're going to want that. So from there, once you got everything the way you like it, you just do a quick double check, make sure everything is loaded in just right. And then from there, we just click create group and it now creates our group. Okay, so we are now in your community. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to start really on the left-hand side and work my way to the right to explain what everything does. So you first have channels. This is where conversations based on specific topics are. And within every channel, there is a discussion, okay, which is a bunch of people posting comments, questions, answers, etc. Now, to add a channel, we just come right down here, we click add channel, and we're just going to follow these steps. The first thing we're going to do is SAS, Q, and A. Put whatever the name is of the channel that you want. Then we're going to enter description. Okay, we're just going to put SAS questions here. I've won awards on communities. I know them pretty well. I've also scaled Facebook communities up very high. One of the things that I have learned in communities is if you're going to have channels, if you're going to have live streams, whatever you're having, make it specific to one topic. If you have one thing that's just a smorgasbord, you have activity and people talking, it gets confused. It makes it harder for your admins, but it also dilutes kind of the resources and where stuff is, and it kind of just confuses people. Have specific topics for specific things. It adds better conversations. It makes it more filtered, and it just works better when you get a lot of people at scale. Especially like say you have a wins column, you want to have all your wins in one place. It looks way more powerful. So make them specific. Then right here, we can add a hash con, I think they call it, or channel icon. So for SAS, we're just going to do questions. We'll just do light bulb for now. You pick whatever you want. Then you can make this channel private. So this could be for specific members. It could not be. And to do that, we just toggle this on or off. And then you'll see when we toggle this on, it'll show the little lock, which is pretty cool. Then we have a read only channel. So this is, if you want to turn this on, this is like an onboarding thing where they can only read it. They can't edit it or post, which is actually really, really good. Then you just click create channel. Then from there, you will see you now have have your channel and you have announcements. Announcements is just there by default. But what you can do for any of the channels, you can click this little cog here and you can edit exactly what you had before. You can see what members are in there. Then you have settings where you can make the channel private, restrict members from posting, or you can click delete channel and it will get rid of the channel altogether. Now, the home tab is just fixed. It's where all the posts go. You can't delete that. It's just a default channel or tab that's going to be there. But all of these are right here. And if you want to add more, you can just click add channel and follow the exact same thing that I just went through and add as many as you want. Another thing too, if you have channels that are more important than others, you kind of want a specific order, you can hold these, drag and drop, and then switch them around. So when you have a bunch of channels, this looks good because it can help. In my community, as you see, I have a bunch of channels right here. So it's good to have them kind of lined up and looking good. I'm just showing you these real examples so it kind of makes sense what the end product will look like. You come right in there and you just add them like that. So now that we understand channels, we now have to under discussions because this is really the lifeblood of your community. So every discussion will be different depending on each channel. So I could have a discussion here versus a discussion here. Home will have everything, but different channels have different discussions. So if we come into SaaS Q&A, we want to ask a question. This is how you do it. So this is how you post in your community. Okay, you're going to click what's on your mind, Declan, or whoever it is, and you're going to plug in your name. So you're going to say, I have a question about AI chatbots. Whatever your question is, you put it right here. Now what you can do is you can add just basic text in here or a bunch of other stuff. So first we're gonna start with text. We can add a GIF or GIF, whatever you want to call it. So you have all kinds of stuff right here, which is pretty cool. And you can even search for it. You can just click it and it then pops up, which is pretty cool. Or you can delete it. Then you can add an image, which is awesome if you want an image or a post in here. It's like a very traditional post. You just click this. It shows you the exact sizing. You then can add a video. This is where it gets really cool. I'm going to show you a quick pro tip on this because this is really, really cool. So first you can just import a video from your computer and just slap it in. Or what you can do is take a YouTube video or Vimeo video or even a Loom link and put it in here and it pops up. This is amazing for YouTube because you can drive more traffic to your YouTube channel and it embeds. It doesn't open as YouTube. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So if we grab a YouTube link and we post it right in here and we click add link, look what happens. It pops up with an image. It has the thumbnail. It's not just a link. It actually pops up. And if we click this right here, it pops up right here and we can watch the video in there. Isn't that so cool? So it's not necessarily just going to take them to YouTube. It's going to pop up right there, which can get you a ton of extra traffic, which is just awesome. So you have that option right there. You can then add links. So we can just put in video link and then we add the link in and the link will then cloak to this text. So we click this and you see right there, it is now the video link, which is pretty cool. Then you can add any sort of attachment file and then you can add an emoji, which is the little faces or whatever you want to your post, which can be pretty cool. Say you got all the options you could possibly want. You can even search for it. It's got it all. So you pick from there and then you're good to go. Now that you've got your post configured and you picked how you want it, do I want it to just be a question post? Do I want to have video, image, whatever you want? You then can actually pick the channel you want to post in. So right now I don't have very many channels, so it's not allowing me, but you can click a drop down. It's going to allow you to post in any channel you want or move that channel, which is pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're just going to publish our first post. So that's how you publish your first post. And there's a couple other things we can do once we publish that post. So we can like it, we can comment on it, just like this, same exact framework as before. Then we have these three dots up here, which is where we move stuff around. So we can copy the link to send to someone. We can delete post, which gets rid of it. We can move to a channel, which is pretty cool, which say we want it in announcements. Look at this. Boom, it's now an announcement, so you can flip-flop it. Then what we can do is we can edit posts. We can come right in here and we can edit as is, change it just like we did when we made it. We can pin posts and they pop up in the feature just like on a Facebook group. This is really, really handy if you have a lot of people in the group or you want to onboard people and you want to say beginners start here. So you really want to make sure you dial this in and you pin posts. And to unpin them, you just click unpin and then you're good to go. But what's cool too is like, how easy was it to get YouTube views from just embedding this thing? It's amazing. So definitely utilize that. So again, just quick recap, you build your channels out and in every channel you have discussions and you just follow the same thing to build a channel like I showed you or to post, like posts, comments, et cetera, et cetera. That's how you do all of that. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. And that way you can build out the way you want your community to be. Now that we've gone through discussion, we now move on to learning. What is learning? Learning is where you have your online courses. So if we come right in here to mine and we click learning, we got all these courses. These are where they watch the videos. This is a very valuable part here. So to add a course, we just click add. We select the course we have built out. So we're going to do AI mastery. And then you have course visibility. So you have all members, level unlock, buy now, time unlock, and private channel. So for all members, it's all members have access to this course. Unlock, it's members only at a certain level, which we're going to get into the gamification later. This course is accessible upon purchase. So you can just click this and then decide what currency you want. Then you have time unlock, which is how many days in which you want to do it. So you can pick a channel where only this course goes, where only the people in the channel can go. So you got a lot of different functionality, which is really cool. And then once you have what you want, you just click add course. And what it's going to do is it's going to add your course right in here. And you go, whoa, look at that. And then you can click your course and be like, yo, it's in here. How cool is that? So now you have your course. Now, I'm already guessing what you may be thinking. If you're a newbie, you may be like, well, he added a course, but how do you make a course? Because I don't even have one. Fret not, young one. I will show you how to do that. So if you want to add a course, you follow this. We're going to go to courses. Okay, by the way, this is under memberships. And we're going to click products. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to click create product. So you have two different options. You have start from scratch, which we're about to go over, and then we're going to import from Kajabi. So if you have Kajabi Course Builder, please use this. It's so easy. You can click it. You can just import your courses super fast. Like I'll show you right now. Click it real quick. Come right here and you just follow these basic steps. And it's going to take all of your Kajabi courses and import them over. Like so easy. And guys, by the way, I'm just telling you right now, HighLevel is way better than Kajabi. I used to use Kajabi. It's a headache. They have very limited features. HighLevel is infinitely better. And I also have that 30-day free trial link down below. If you're interested, I'll help you out building your course and a bunch of other stuff. You sign up with that. So check that out. And again, guys, I used to use Kajabi. It's very, very limited. Whereas HighLevel, you got everything. So I love it. And I think you will too. So then we click create product and we click start from scratch. So you have four different options. You have sprint course, okay, which says short courses to build gateway to memberships. You have marathon course, train and upskill your audience within your niche. And you have membership, nurture and mentor your network. Now, I'm going to be honest, I never use any of these. I build your own because it's very easy to convert your own thing into any of these and make it a drip course or whatever you want. It's kind of tricky to fix the course once it's already built. So I always do custom. It's just way easier because a lot of these, to change them, it's harder because they're like pre-built. This is just way easier and faster to build your own. So we're going to click start build your own and we're going to put our name in it. So we're going to do SaaS Gods. That's what we're going to call it. Click create and you put in whatever you want. You plug it in your name. Okay. So now I'm going to go over what all of this does, because I just want to make sure that you have a thorough knowledge of how to create courses. So I want to walk you through this. So really you have multiple structures. So you have categories right in here, and then you have posts. So category can be thought of as a module and the post can be thought as a lesson. So it's the same exact thing. And to add these, you just click add and you can either create category. And then under here, you just click this to add the lesson subcategory, assessment, or credential. And a credential is pretty cool, guys. This is basically like a certificate that they completed. I recommend you do this just to give like incentive, like, oh, you completed a thing. It just gives them a little bit of dopamine. It looks cool. Plug it in. It's a good idea. It's very easy to do. You just click this and add it in. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add a category. So we're going to click the category, and this is where we add said category. So by the way, the category, if you want to see this, let's click this right here. I'll show you live. This is the category, Go High Level AI. These are the lessons. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to test. So we're going to do SaaS skills. Okay. Description, you put whatever it in. You can select as root category, which we just leave as is. Then you have a couple different things. You can do publish, which is live, draft, which is in process, locked, which is locked, can't be released, and then drip, which will be released over the next couple of days, weeks. But right now we don't really need to do that. Then we have the image. This is basically the thumbnail of the module, not the lesson. We're going to get into that in a sec. We're going to just click this bad boy again. We're going to upload, and then look how cool it is. So we're going to click save. So now we've created the category or the module. So remember, that's the big thing that has all the lessons in it. So that, what I just went through, is how you create said module. Then within every module, we now need to create lessons. So we're going to add a lesson, and we're going to do SAS 1. I'm going to click save. Then we're going to click this right here, and we're going to edit this as is. So you have different options. You can upload a video or upload an audio if you have like a podcast, which is pretty cool. But we're just going to upload a simple video. And we're going to click my device. You can embed code or put links in. You can put YouTube videos in, which is pretty cool. But we're just going to pick this right here. And we're going to click upload. While that's queued for processing, just know you can configure the title right here, and then you can add in your description or anything else right here that you want to add for the video. Now, I want to make something really clear, and this is just a little trick. I recommend, you can attach files, that you do everything under the description. It looks better. You can put links in here. You can put all kinds of stuff. It just keeps it cleaner. Attaching the files changes depending on what you're viewing it on, and it can just confuse you. I like to keep everything uniform under description right under the video, so every time you can just say, go to the description, and they can look and they go, oh, there's his prompts, there's his resources. It's all right there. So that's how you access that. Then right here, you can use current frame as thumbnail. So the thumbnail is this thing. We're going to come back right here. This is the thumbnail. You can add that in by either uploading image, picking whatever you want, like I did. I just did this AI one, or you can use the current frame as the thumbnail. So we click confirm and you could put it in anywhere in the video. But look at that. It now has popped up as the current frame. So you can replace it or delete it or delete your post. But what we're going to do here is we're going to make it published, and then we're going to click save. And you can preview it right here to see what it looks like live. And it looks pretty cool. We got everything we need, and I'm happy. So we're like, okay, this is cool. So we're going to come back to the product, okay? And then you can add as many of these as you want. One little tip to tell you before we move on to the next part is that with courses and with lessons, you can't just delete the entire course if you have lessons. You have to have clear courses to prevent you from accidentally deleting your shit. But in here, you can basically delete these very easily by coming in and clicking delete post. It's very easy to delete lessons, but to delete an entire module, you have to make sure that all of the lessons are gone first. And also, if you have a bunch of courses, you can just move them up and down like this and you have everything. So that's how all of the course building goes and the lesson building. Now, you may be like, okay, we have that, but how do I customize it? Well, that's going to go in the next part. So details is how we're going to edit what the course looks like. Now we're going to move into details, which is what we're going to edit the course front. So we have the name, we have the description of what we want the course, we have the thumbnail. So as you come in here, if we go back here, and we go back, this is the thumbnail of the course. It's the front image. So we're going to add that in. We're going to click select, upload new file. You pick whatever you guys want this to be. So we're just going to come into downloads and we're going to click this. And then we have customization. So this is the instructor. So if we come right here, we see instructor. It's who is saying the lesson. What are they talking about? What are they doing? You're going to plug that in here. So right here, we're going to do instructor. We're going to do GHO. Wizard, you put the name in, the headshot. Okay, I recommend you put a picture of yourself or whoever the person doing the lessons is, guys. It just makes it look more real. So we're going to put that in right there. Look at me in my robe. And then we're going to do name. And then title, we're going to do award. Let's leave it like that. Then we're going to just put in your bio, SaaS winner. And then you can put in logo, anything else, Favicon, and then custom code or anything else if you want to tweak it. So from there, we just click save. And once it's saved, we can come back and we can refresh this, and you'll see right here, it now popped up as the instructor, which is really important. You guys want to have this in here. It's really good. It makes everything look better. It also looks professional. I see so many courses where they don't fill this out. And it's just like blank instructor. And it's like, dude, guys, like just take a little bit of time to do this. And then right here, this is the front facing. This is where they can post and do other things like that to ask questions. Okay, so once you have that dialed in, that's how you do the front facing of your course. Now, this is the second part. We have to edit what we want the course to look like. So I'm going to try to go through this part as fast as possible. This part can take a long time, but this is how you edit what you want it to look like. So like we come in here, we can click this, or we can browse system templates. We got a bunch of different templates we can pick. We're going to click this one right here, the New York theme. We're going to click confirm. And now what's going to happen if we come back here and we click refresh, look at this. It completely changed the layout. That's because we went in and we customized it. So now, once we have customized it and we've changed the theme, you're like, oh, this is pretty cool, but I want to add more stuff. We would come right in here and click customize. Again, guys, remember, this is under courses, products, customize. So you have a couple different things. You have the layout, and then you have the sections. The layout is basically what we just picked, the theme settings, and you have colors, you have logo placement. I mean, you got really anything you could possibly want here. You can edit it, and you just click save changes if you want it. And then over here, when we click out of theme settings, we have sections. So this is going to be all of these sections in here. So the header, which is this, you have the hero, which is, all of this stuff right here, the body, and you have lesson progress. Okay. And guys, you can change the colors of anything. So come right here and we click save changes. It changes it. And again, you have course body, like you literally have anything you could possibly want. You can change the colors of everything, the backgrounds. I mean, you can make this look however which way you want. Right now we're on product, as you see right up here. Product is this right here. Not this. This is the lesson. Okay. Like people get so confused. Like, I edited it. And it's like, no, you edited the product, not the lesson. This is the lesson. This is the product. Okay. So now what we're going to do, now that we're like, okay, I like the way this works. So like, watch this. Look at that. It's now black up top. So you can change however which way you want that. And then you can preview up here and save the theme here. So that is how we're going to edit the product. Now, if we want to edit said lesson, okay, we're going to click lesson right here, and you have a whole bunch of other amazing features. So you have the header, same thing. We can change this to, we wanted to do red. We can click OK, and we click save changes. You'll see right right here, it will pop up as red. And then you have a lesson body. You can pick really whatever you want here. Again, fonts, colors, sizes, course navigation. You pick whatever you want that to be. There's the arrows going back like this up here. And then the instructor, because every course has a different instructor. So you can pick all kinds of stuff. I mean, you can make this completely be whatever colors you want. All black, all gray, different fonts. I mean, you can customize your course to really look almost any which way, which is really cool. And I'm telling you guys right now, if you are very picky on style, you are a graphic designer, or you like to make things pretty, you'll want to spend time in here because there's a lot of stuff you can do. And a lot of people are more just like, well, I kind of think I leave it with that, which is fine if you're interested in that. But a lot of people think that a lot of people want to make it nicer, but they just don't know how. And they're like, the Go High Level communities and courses just aren't that good. You can't design them. Like, yes, you can. Trust me. There is a gazillion features here that you can edit. You just got to go in and play with them. So again, guys, you can come right in here. You got the products and lessons. And again, this is how you make the course and the modules look a certain way. Not set them up, but look a certain way. Okay. So what we're going to do now that we have everything this way is we're going to come right back to products. Okay, and we're going to click our SaaS Gods course. And then we're going to go into offers. So offers is just creating an offer if you're trying to sell this or you're not using a community. If you are not using community, you will use offers. Otherwise, we can just plug it right in the community. Comments is where you will see all of the comments, and you can basically edit what settings you want there. And then you have credentials, which we talked about before. If you complete a course, you get this. And then community groups, which you can come in here and you can basically add into a group. We're not going to go to that site because we're going to be adding that here in a sec. So there. That's how you created your courses. If you guys have any questions at all, please drop them in the comments down below. So just remember, the courses is where you can add the products, which is the course. And then if you go down here, this is where you create offers. You have analytics on your course. You can see the course progress, the assessments, the member analytics, revenue analytics. This is really good. Real quick pro tip. If you have people bullshitting you and being like, I watched the videos, this is not fair, like asking for funds or whatever, go in here and look at what they're doing. Because I've had people where they'll be like, this doesn't work. And they've watched like maybe half of a video. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you catch them lying. That's what you do. You catch them lying on 4K. So that's how you do that right there. This is where you see all your stats. Then you have settings, okay, which we're not going to go into super in depth right here because we're really going to go over the community and client portal settings. But this is where you would control your site settings, your domain setup, your emails, and app settings. But in reality, a lot of this is going to be done through the community side. So you don't really got to worry about this just up yet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come back to groups. Okay, we're going to go right into SaaS winners, and we're going to plug in our course that we just created so you can see how this entire process works and the circle can be completed. So we come right in here and then we click add course and we come right in here and we find it. We go SaaS Gods, there it is. And we click all members and we add course. And look at that, it's right there. And then we can click open and we can see our work in action. Look at that, how cool is that? Very ugly course, but remember, I breezed through this just for the example. You make it look the way you want it. But that's pretty cool because now you learned how to add courses, but also how to create courses. This means you can now go into high level and just add as many stuff as you want. By the way, guys, a lot of communities cost like $200 a month, $300 a month. High level at the 97 can get you all this plus every other feature. Like, yeah, that's why we love high level. Like, it's just so much better and so much more robust, and they just do a lot of stuff better and simpler, and they also have better support. But that's pretty much learning in a nutshell. So just make sure you understand that. If you have any questions, drop it. And then right here again, you can edit, move card, and do stuff. By the way, move card is just doing this, just in case you were wondering. Okay, so now we move on to members. This is where we're going to have the members in the community, and this is where you're going to let people in, and et cetera, et cetera. Here they are. Here's each member. You can click right in here, and you can change the role. This is where you can make them an admin. You can ban from group or remove from group. And then you have admins. These are the people that are admins of said group. They control posts and all that stuff. To make someone admin, you find their profile, you click these three dots, change role, and you make to admin. And look at this. We now go to admins, and boom, there I am. Contributors, these are just people that are posting. Requested, these are people that have requested joining a group. We're going to get into group questions here in a sec. You have banned, okay, these are people that you just got rid of and you don't want it. Then you have invited, which are people you have invited. In order to invite members, you come right down to invite members. You click this right here. You can either send them a link or you can put in their name, enter their email, and then send invite, and it will send an invite to their email, which is pretty cool. So that's the members tab. It just shows you where the members are at, who's in there, who's doing what, and it's literally as simple and straightforward as that. And it's pretty cool because you get access to the entire members list, which you can use for email marketing and a bunch of other stuff, and you can ban people and do it right here. So that's how the members tab works. Now we have the events tab, which is probably one of the most important tabs in this entire thing, because this is how you can communicate with your audience sell your audience, and do so much more via live events. So if we come on over to my regular group, you can see right here, we have different events color-coded on different days. And in here, if you click these, there's a Zoom link, and you can use a Google Meet link or whatever you want. So people can join live and you can have real events. So powerful for community. This is where the real community bonding happens. And it's cool because you can add the calendar and you can see all the dates are right here. But this is awesome. Like this is how you really work with me, because you sell and build trust. So the way we're going to do this is we come in and we see what we like. We go, okay, this is cool. We can change the way everything looks. Okay. We can play with the different kinds of, week, months. We kind of have the layout which way we want, but then we want to add events, which then comes over here to add events. So you can play with the way it looks, switch the month, all that stuff up on here, but we click this to add an event. Okay, an event is one of these, and you can make them recurring or whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna event time. It's gonna be SaaS Sales Plus. You put your name in here. You can click the color. By the way, the color is what it pops up right here. This is great. I recommend you color code it. Start time. This is where you pick the start time. When you want this to start, when you want it to end. Then you can come right in here and you can pick the exact time zone you want the meeting to be. Then you can pick if this is a recurring event. This is really important. I have live streams every Monday. We have calls every Wednesday, and we have calls every Friday. They are all recurring, so people can come on. You want to click this box if you're going to have it every single week. If not, unclick it so they can just hop in and out, and then they're good to go. Location is where this meeting is happening. Is it happening on Zoom? Is it happening on Meet? Or is it happening on others? And this is where you plug in. So we're just doing magicmod.com because we're not actually going to put a link in there. Then you put in your description. I use Zoom, by the way. I think it's better. It's just easy to plug in, as you see right here. They click this. You got a Zoom link, and all they have to do is click the Zoom link, and it takes them into Zoom, and then they can watch your stuff. Guys, by the way, communities are such a hack in 2025. Like, it's so easy to just rake in the cash if you do it right. Description. This is what you want the description of the event to be. So we're just going to do SaaS Sales Mastery. And guys, remember, I'm just showing you like how to the basics of this, but you want to get your creative juices going to think of like, how can I really maximize my community? Is you can have once a month a call where you give away free stuff, then sell people. And the thing, what I'm going to get into later in the video, is you have unlimited traffic. You can ping everyone. It's not like Facebook where your reach is limited. You can contact anyone as many times as you want, meaning you can drive hard traffic, which is hard sales, and you can just do so much when you own and control your community. There's a lot of recurring money in that, and this is a bulletproof vest against AI for the future. So just know that. You can hide location from non-attendees, and you can pick the image here. The image, by the way, is this thing right here. So you can pick what you want that to be right there. And then you can click for all members, members at a level, and members at a course. That way it shows up for people that are worthy, or whatever you want. So you just put it right there. And then you can remind attendees by email one day before. This is awesome. And we're going to get into the email notifications here in a bit, which are pre-set up, but there can send them like that. And then you can hide attendees from group members, which is something else you do. So what we're going to do is we're going to click next, and then you can pick, do you want it to be paid? Pick what you want, or do you want it to be free? Whatever you want, you can do free. But again, if you have a paid event, which can be great, you can add it right there. And then as you see right there, my meeting has now popped up just like this. They can go in and they can add it to their calendar and whatnot. And if you want to get rid of it, you can right in here, you can either edit it or you can click delete, and you can click delete, and it is now gone. So that is how you add in events. They're super powerful. I have my entire calendar juiced up with them. It is one of the strongest ways to sell, but more importantly, build relationships in your community. So now that you understand events, we now need to move on to the leaderboard. This is the gamification of the entire community. This is really important, and this is extremely powerful. If I show you right now, this is what it looks like live. It shows you all the names of everyone in here. Super cool, super incredible. It really goes through, and it basically has a gamification to encourage people to answer questions and help each other out. This is very big because this pushes people. It's an algorithm and pushes people to go and engage with each other. Like, that's the thing about these communities. This isn't just like a community where people come in and play with each other and that's it. It has a whole tier list built out to make people engage so that you can win awards and whatnot. One thing I want to let you know, if you're like, well, how does this point system works? You can go to this on the HighLevel website right here, gamification, points, badges, and leaderboard. And it will show you the different levels, how the points work, the entire system of the points, what's the point of this, how to get this. I highly recommend you go through and read this. It's so short, but it will really get your juices going knowing, okay, how can I properly set this up? Because a little pro tip, and I know I'm sprinkling pro tips out through this video because I know you need them. A big thing about the engagement and the gamification is it's actually incredibly important. I'll tell you why. You properly set this up, and then you add rewards or some sort of incentive, okay, to the, point system. What ends up happening is you get people coming in Because remember, it says in here, if you read this, there's like a point for liking, a point for commenting. You'll get people answering all the comments in your group so you don't have to. Like, it can create a system where you do less work because everyone's helping each other out in the community because everyone wants the rewards. Is this really, really cool way to boost engagement. And it's like, it's so clever, you know, the people who created this and the idea of this, because it really builds a better system where people want to help each other out, but they're incentivized too. If we come back and do leaderboard, to add an award, we can click add awards here, and you can put in the names of each level, and you can add in rewards. You could add in a basic reward, which could be 10% off. It could be free SaaS subscription. It could be whatever you want. You make it up. Okay. But I recommend you use some sort of lead magnet, something juicy that helps people, not just something kind of stupid. Because if people see that this is kind of just a gimmick and you're just not doing anything, it doesn't really work. But if you actually add something in there that's meaningful, it's good and it helps. And I think too is you can change the names of this. So as opposed to level 1, level 2, you can come in right here. You can click edit, and what we can do is we can do SaaS boss, and that could be level 1. And then we come back here, we click save, and then we come back, and boom, look at that, level 1 SaaS boss. You can even get rid of that. You just add whatever you want, which is cool. Again, it helps distinguish it from the normal way this works. Then you have your about. This is pretty cool. This is going to be the about thing that they see on GoKollab, which is this right here. It can pop up, and when they're on GoKollab, which we're going to get into in a sec, it can have this pop up, which is cool. You're going to want to play with this. And so we come back here, we can add all kinds of stuff. So we can add a basic, let's say, you know, picture on our computer, or we can add a video. So it could be like an onboarding video or a sales video. Okay. It could be a YouTube video. So we come right here and we add link. Boom. It pops up. How cool is that? And then we save this. Now we have this video that like embeds and watches. Like, it's so cool. And you have all these different things you're going to write about. We are SaaS bosses. Whatever you want. You add in whatever you want, and it's cool. And it's as simple as that. And you now have all these different options to really make your community juiced up and front facing. I really recommend you guys play with this because it will change a lot. Okay. Like, I see a lot of people that come into the community that don't really juice this up properly. Add this stuff in. It's going to make everything better. It's going to make everything cleaner. It's going to work wonders. So I recommend you check it out because it is awesome. So now that we have that and we have all of this stuff good, we're now going to move on to the last part. And then up here, we have the chat feature where you can click this. You can actually chat and you can see all of your conversations just like this, which is pretty cool. You can search for members. You can carry on entire conversations here, or go to members. Okay. Find the member you want. You're like, hey, I want to talk to Declan. He's so cool. Click chat. And then you can start chatting with Declan or whoever you want. That way there's a whole feature for you to chat and message back and forth, which is huge, guys. Like, so important. You want to be able to chat with people, go back and forth and carry on these conversations. So you can do in chat right there, which is a great way for this to all come together. We now move on to a very, very important part, which is the settings. This is very important. This is how you're going to basically define certain things within your group. Before we jump into this, just to let you know, if you are interested in learning more about high level, you are interested in growing community and all this other stuff, I have a 30-day free trial link down below. Not a 14-day, an exclusive 30-day free trial link where you'll get access to me, courses on how to master high level, courses on how to sell high level, this entire community that I showed you earlier. Okay. All kinds of AI frameworks, AI trainings, so much stuff, live calls every week. You've already seen it in the community. It's so much value, over $10,000 worth of value, and it's free if you're using high level. And a lot of people struggle on the high level journey to make money and master the tools. My goal is to get rid of that to help you learn and master it as quickly as possible, because I've been where you've been, buying online courses, confused, trying to figure this out, and it can just be overwhelming. And I've made this to get rid of that. So please check it out. Again, it is free if you're using HighLevel. Check it out. It's right down below. It's a 30-day free trial. You're going to love it, and you get a lot of value out of it. So check that out. But now let's go into details. So details is what we had before. So when we first started the community, these are going to be the details. So you have group name, okay, which is what we put in SaaS Winners, the URL, the description, which you can edit all right here. Then you can make it public, so anyone can come in and look at it. You can make it private, so only the people that get accepted. Accessible from the Swisher, that is this thing up here. And then allow members to invite new members. This is how, if you want to have people start bringing people in, like a referral buddy system, big, you want this checked on, because referrals can be oh so juicy. So that's where you can add that. And then when you like what you got, you just click save. Then we're going to move on to subscriptions. So this is if you want your entire community to have a price. So you click add price and you put in whatever price you want, and then your community has a price. Okay, so that's where you'll dictate and define the price of said community. So like, I want to make a charge this much. This is where you do it. This is pretty cool. Branding, okay? We already went over this. This is the favicon, the cover image, the logo, and then any custom code. By the way, guys, this is where all of the original stuff goes. Like, you've already seen this. We did this in the beginning that this is how you go and edit the stuff you already created. Themes, this is pretty cool. This is how you change the look of your community. So as you see right here, see how it's changing? Isn't that cool? You can pick the color, okay, and then you can put in a custom theme where you can put in all of these custom features to make it look a very specific way. Like, isn't that cool? So you can customize and make your course look very different. You can just make it look however which way you want, which is awesome. And then you can do a light theme or a dark theme, which is awesome. And you just pick whatever you want. So you have all these sort of options, okay, so to speak, in your community to make it look any which way. And guys, if you are trying to go far with this, I actually recommend you play with the look, because the more different you can make it, the more unique and the more it kind of feels like home to people. Because people, we're community beings, we're tribal. We want to be in our little group, our little space, our clique. And every time you make it a little bit different, a little more unique, it clicks with them. But basically we have memberships, questions. This is really important. These are the questions they need to answer if they want to get in the group. So you can have these or you can not have these. To turn these on, you click this. We got to add a question first, but that's how you do it. And we can pick single text, multiple checks, and you basically have them answer something. So be like, do you promise to help everyone out? Or you put whatever questions you want. You click save. And then you kind of do as is. And you add as many as you want, and then you can toggle these on. And then you can edit them here or delete them here. What I recommend you do, just a pro tip for adding these, is add a do not spam, respect the community thing, because if people come in and they've agreed to this and then they disobey that, you have grounds to really go after them. Because a lot of people, dickheads, they go through and they kind of want to do their own thing and they want to sell people. I've been there, everyone does it, but we want to keep your community pure. You know what I mean? It's the way you want it. Because if people are coming in and trying to sell other stuff and snagging your members, you don't want that. No one wants that. And then what I also recommend is you have a question being okay, why do you want to be in this group? What's your reason? So you get good reasons, but it's also data. It's feedback. So you can go through and be like, okay, I know what this person wants if I want to sell them later because they're interested in growing a SaaS business. It just helps grow. And you can create a multiple choice on that to help, but you definitely want to have a way where you can filter out said people. Then we have gamification and rewards. We've already gone over this. It's the same thing we went through. You can just edit it and add the awards in. You then have links. So I want to show you what the links are. If we go to about, the links pop up right here. Okay, you can plug in a link for them to go out. I'm not using these right now. I don't really see the point when you can put links anywhere else. I kind of want to have this just be a little board where it makes sense to them, but that's where you'd add. You click add link, put in the description, put in the link, and it will pop up right there. I'll even just show you right now. Let's click add link real quick. I just want to show this to you guys real quick. Right there. See, video popped up, boom, takes me to YouTube, and there is the video. We're going to go back to settings. I'll go back to reported content. This is the second, and then back to links. Then we're going to go to reported content. What is reported content? It is content that someone has reported. Someone's putting stuff they're not supposed to be doing. They're doing some no-nos. This is where it would go. Okay. And you just plug it in very simply, very straightforward. And this is pretty important. Import. This is the cool part. Now we move on to import. This is a way where you can move your school community to high level. This is awesome because school is good. It's got its perks, but high level's got more perks because high level, you can use AI chatbots, you can use automations, marketing. You got all these other tools to really sell your audience. One of the problems with school is, and if you're a school user, just listen to me very closely because I do think school has its benefits. One of the big problems is unless you are driving a lot of traffic, it can be tricky to grow. That's why there's a lot of crappy communities, because a lot of people in here think that if they just put in community, build it, they will come mentality. Not like that at all. With school, you kind of have to be pushing a lot of traffic. Now, yes, that's true of any community, but with high level, you have the tools to generate that. So if you're a beginner, high level communities are much easier to generate a lot of that traffic because you have all these marketing tools in your back pocket to really just cram. You also have landing pages, run ads, so you got all this stuff. If you want to import your school community, you would come in here, you'd follow this first part, and then you put in your school group URL, your school email ID, enter your school password, then click confirm. What it's going to do, it's going to take the community, the members, and bring it all in your post. So you now have school inside of high level, which is a great way. If you guys are on the fence trying to go over this, by the way, I have that 30-day free trial link if you're interested in learning more about this. Or if you're on the fence at all, feel free to drop a comment below or DM me on social media and I will talk to you about why high level is better, but you have that. Then we have discovery. This is how we go over GoKollab, and we're going to really dial in on this in a second here through here. But this is how you can basically hop on GoKollab, which is basically the same thing as this. It's a page where people can find you organically, but you have to have over 10 members, and you can turn this on or off. But yeah, you got to basically have it. Then you can put in your URL there. And then from there, you just click save. So that's the settings in a nutshell. Those are all the settings. They're right up there. If you ever need to go back, you just come back and click them. So last thing in the basic community interface, right here is called the switcher. This is where you can pick all the communities you're part of and toggle in and out of them just like that. You just click that. You have a search function, which is really great because you can search for things on your community right there. You have this little moon thing, which is switch to dark mode to light mode. Then you have, this is really important, these dots. Now, I'm going to show you how to add this in later under client portal and whatnot, but you can come in here and you can add in other communities, other courses. And when they click this, it's going to take them to a group of communities and everything they are part of and kind of like log out into their main portal. But then you have affiliates. If you have affiliate programs inside of HighLevel, again, that's another reason why HighLevel is cooler than school, is because you can build an affiliate program in HighLevel and have people sell your program and access it from your community. Then you have notifications. This is all the notifications in your group, all in unread. If you click this right here, you can mark all as read. And as you see right here, this will disappear. And then you have your main username where you can manage your account. And this is interesting. This is where you can create your profile for your community. So you can add your name, your title, description, your account, social media. You can add all your links in here, certificates, billing and subscription. If you have anything like that, community and chats, it shows you all kind of stuff like this, users block, language settings, and then notifications, which is really cool because it's giving you all of the things that you'll need as your user in the community. So I recommend you play with this because you're going to want to kind of get that part dialed in, so to speak. So it's very, very important. Okay, so that is how you go through all of the basic front-facing features and creating your community. That was it. That's how you do it. We walked through pretty much every button, how you build everything out. So that's just how to build the community, build your courses, and make it look a certain way. So that was it, guys. That was how to do everything, how to click every button, how to edit this, how to build your course, how to, build your community, how to do everything inside your community. But now what we need to do is we need to go over the app tutorial. Then we're going to go through some other stuff because once you see the front-facing desktop side, we now want to go through the app side. So let's jump into the app. If you don't know what the app GoKollab is, it is the mobile app for the membership communities inside of GoHighLevel. So I'm going to be going on the phone showing you this. So buckle up, it's going to be awesome. First thing you're going to want to do on your smartphone is go to the App Store, which is iOS for Apple or whatever Androids is. And you're going to go into GoKollab as you see right here. And it's going to be this one right here. So you're just going to download it and get started. Remember, it's GoKollab. It looks just like this. So go in the App Store and get this ASAP and download it. Okay, so first things first, you're going to go into the Home tab. And this is just going to be a place where you can see all of your course progress and basically everything like that. Then we're going to have the Discussion tab. Okay, and what this is where all your posts are and all of the engagement in the group. You can just scroll down like that. And to post, you can just click this right here. Okay, type in, your post. Test, done. Again, you can add graphics or anything else down there very simply, very straightforward, just like how it is on the computer. And then you just click post and you can see it right there. Again, you just click that button right there, and to comment, you click that. Then we have manage. All manage does is let you see all of the members so you can kind of approve them and not approve them. That's how you let people into the group. You'll just click that tab right there. And then to review is to review any posts that may be sketchy or whatnot, so you can get rid of them. So that's how the entire discussions tab worked. All it is just the entire community outline. And then right up here, you have your channels. And then right up here, by clicking these three lines, we get the channels. So all the channels are just group chats on a specific topic. So as you see here, I have Q&A, announcements, share your wins, and you just click into them and it'll be specific to that channel, just like the desktop. It's just in a different place. Right here, we click add channel. You put the name of the channel in, you put the description, and then you can put the icon in and make sure if it's private or not. It's just in a different place. So that's how you would create channels and access them. Again, it's just right through this hamburger right here. Then we have learning. Okay, so in the learning tab, this is where all of your courses will be. So to access a course, let's say we want to do how to learn high level, this one right here, we just click. We do syllabus or click start learning. And then right here, you see all of the lessons. Very simply, very straightforward. All like that, you just click into them to watch. I mean, it doesn't get any easier. It's the exact same thing as the desktop, just in a different place. Now, to get out of this, a lot of people will click this arrow right here and then they go, what the heck? There's no courses found. What is this? It's kind of a glitch. You're going to want to click this button right up here, okay, courses, and then you want to click communities and it will take you back to the community. I don't know why they have it that way. It's kind of weird, but that's just the way it is. Then we have more, okay? So if we drop this down, this gives you access to all the settings, time zone, email, and whatnot. We just click settings. This, you can edit your profile right in here. What email, what social icons, billing and subscription. Then you have chats, which is going through the group chats and contacts. So you pick whatever you want right there. Again, same thing as desktop, just in a different place, okay? okay? And then we go back here, okay? And then we have leaderboards. This is really important. So the leaderboard is just the gamification of GoKollab. So it's just like, oh, you watched a video, you get 5 points. So this is where you'll access all of that. All this is this is just the gamification of the app. So this is, you watch this video, you get this many points. You watch this video, this many points. So simple stuff like that. You just access it down there. You scroll down, you can see what student is ahead. Again, same thing as desktop. This is something that everyone really wanted. This is awesome. So you click into this, you can click the event. You have access to Zoom right here. How awesome is that? You just click it and it takes you to Zoom so you can go on the live streams that the group has. So this in events is where you're going to see all of the live streams happening and all of like the meetups or webinars. They'll all be through this events tab right here. And you can just go side to side. You just plus, you can add them just like this. Same exact thing as the desktop version, but it's very simple. Real quick, guys, I just want to make this clear. This is pretty much the same thing as the desktop, just in different places. And if you have not seen my video on Go High Level Communities, please watch it because you're going to need to have both the desktop community and the mobile community for this to all work properly. So that's how that works. Just letting you know, I'm not skimping through. I just want to make sure you watch that first because it's much easier and it carries right through, but I'm just showing you where to access it. And then we basically can log out right there. But when we come back, the last two features are you have notifications. So this is just all of the notifications in your group. So you can see, oh, who posted, who did what. And then last but not least, we have the group chat. So right in here, you have access to all of the chats, okay, and the messages of people. So all this is a place where you can talk to your students. You can reach out and DM them. As you see here, so we'll type in Declan. We'll click this. And I can send a message. Hey, man, check it out. So it's like the way to DM people, which is really cool. So now I can go through and message people and it's pretty cool like that. But that's how you'll answer all of your messages. Again, mirrors the desktop app. So please go watch that video. That's it. Okay, guys, that's how you do all this. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. It is not complicated. So that's in a nutshell. It really is super simple. It's the same thing as the desktop, just in different places. So please watch this again if it's confusing. Make sure you download this app ASAP. It's awesome. And it's a great way where too, you can turn on notifications and then people can message each other. They also have a white labeled app if you're interested, which is actually pretty cool, where you can like brand it. Again, last thing I want to show you is you can white label the app. It costs money, okay, but it's pretty cool. You can make the app match your brand, your look. So you basically have your own app and send push notifications, but this is where you would access that. If you have not gone live on the GoKollab marketplace, you're going to want to do this. You basically come right in here. You just click the group you want and then click go live. And it's going to basically allow you to go out to their discovery page. Will get you a lot of organic traffic. Now that you know how to use the mobile app, I highly recommend you get every one of your users on the app because it will drive engagement like crazy. It's much simpler, much easier. So now that you have your community built out and you understand how to add stuff, edit stuff, do everything, we now need to really increase traffic and go over automations and a couple other awesome things. So in order to increase traffic, this is a really cool thing you do. You can go to the GoKollab marketplace and you can basically allow your community to be found there. You have to have over 10 members. But what this is this is basically like their homepage where you can be found by other people. And it's awesome. This is it right here. You can get found, you can get a lot of free traffic. Again, you have to have 10 members, but I recommend if you're really trying to grow this thing and get big, that you get on here and you put your community in GoKollab. It's free traffic, like it's free advertising. Big thing too is they recently got a deal, from what I've heard, with Tony Robinson's and Dean Graziosi to basically promote GoKollab. So more and more people are gonna be on here, which means more and more leads or potential leads for you. So I highly recommend once you get stuff kickstarted to go in and enable this to be found on the GoKollab marketplace. And you literally just click it. And if you have 10 members, it allows you to do it. Okay, so now we have that. We have to go over a very, very important part, which is the client portal. This is really, really important. This is like the fine-tuned settings of your community. Okay, this is like where we get really nitty-gritty on the settings. So right in here, this is just a basic, portal showing you users, who's invited, whatnot. You have magic links, invite to client portal, send login. This is just sending people some logins, very simple stuff like that. But then we go into settings. Okay, and this is where we set everything up, like on the big higher end scale. So first things first is domain setup. This is where you add in the domain because your community has to go somewhere. It has to be live and it's hosted on a domain. So you pick where you want the domain to be. You can add the subdomain, or you can go in and you can add your full domain and it'll be a subdomain off of that. So you have to go and you have to pick what domain you want and you have to plug it in. If you don't have anything, it'll just say add domain. You can modify it and whatnot, but you need to plug in your domain here. Then you click update domain and then you need to make this bad boy live. So again, under client portal, under settings, under domain setup, this is where you set up your community and really make it live. Okay, then we have app permissions. So this is where we add any of the apps in. So if we come right over here and we click these dots, these are the apps right here. These are the apps. You can add a lot of them in here just by toggling these on or off and then clicking save. And this way it kind of pumps that in and gives you extra features if you want to have affiliates, go over contracts, estimates, courses for them to click in the App Store, essentially. And they're going to keep building this out. So they keep adding these, I swear, every month. But then you can have your default landing page. So when someone comes in, do you want it to immediately go to affiliates? Do you want it to go to your course page? Do you want it to go to your community? Like, you pick where you want it to go, and that's where you would add it in right there. So this is where you're going to pick your app permissions, click what you want on or off, then click save settings. That's up to you. Then we have language settings. This is where we pick the language for the client portal, community, everything right here. And you got a lot of different things you can pick from right in here. You pick what you want, you click save. Okay. Then we have branding. Okay. This is how we edit said client portal itself. So you got the name that'll be on the portal. This is just the front page that they will log into. This is where you put the name in right here. This is where you put the tagline, your color, your other color, and then your favicon, your portal image. It's all right here, guys. And if you're ever confused about anything, drop a comment down below. Okay. Last but not least, we have the email settings. This part is awesome because this is the email default settings and notifications for your entire community. So we have basically the client portal. You can toggle these on or off if you want emails sent out. But then we really get into the real ones, which is communities and whatnot. And this has so many different email things that can happen. Basically what this means is when something happens inside of your community, it will send an email to the user. So we have joined the group. Okay. We have approved user. And remember that this will send them all emails. Declined, new membership request, declined, removed by admin, added to private channel. Okay. You have general group emails, new comment on post, new comment reply, like on post, like on comment, tagged in post at everyone, tagged in comment at everyone, content reported, new calendar created, and so on and so forth. You got all kinds of stuff. And what you can do is you can view this, okay, and this is what it looks like right here. And you can leave the default, or you can click default template and then select a template you want. And again, guys, I have videos on email marketing, but you come right down to marketing. You can create your own template that's like, yo, welcome to the group. And then you would just pick it right there. So you can pick that. That's up to you. You can add in, or you can just use their default. I'll be honest, their default are fine. I don't change them. You don't really need to. But if you don't want them, you just toggle them on or off, and then you can click save or whatnot. Well, I didn't see this on there, and then you're good to go. So just to be clear, you just toggle these on and off. You click this to view it. You can change what you want it to be right there. But in reality, you can leave it on. And real quick, if you're like, why are these on? This is very important. This is how you get way more traffic and engagement to your group. You then have certificates. Same thing. You pick what you want when that happens. And then courses too, just like communities, you can pick what you want in what order to have the email sent out. Remember, guys, these are the email settings. This will automatically send the pre-populated email depending on what you are trying to do and send out. So very important, guys. This is like, you got to have this turned on. This is a great way to drive people to group, because the last thing you want is a community. Okay? You want it thriving. You want tons of people, because whether you're trying to build trust or sell, that is the perfect breeding ground, the perfect environment for that to happen. A dead group, you're not going to sell anyone. A thriving group where everyone's constantly doing stuff and everyone's getting notifications is where the dollars get printed. So you got to make sure that you do that. In here, under client portal, under settings, under email settings, this is just where you configure the emails that go out automatically, notifications for the community. Okay. The client portal under settings is where you fine tune the little settings of your group. And last but not least, we have branded mobile app. This costs money. This is if you want to have the GoKollab mobile app branded to your company, which can be cool, but it does cost money. And then you can click get started, put in your credit card and fill that out, and then pick what you want. So that's kind of how you can do that if you want. But again, this costs money. I believe it's like $79. But if you want to have your own app, this is where you would put it. Okay. So now that we understand everything about communities, we now need to go into automating your community and some of the stuff you can do. So we're going to click automations, and we're going to be brought right in here. So now what we want to do is we want to create workflow. We want to start from scratch. So really what I want to do here is I want to show you what's possible, because there's so many different ways to automate your community and set up things, which is amazing. So right in here, if we click add trigger, and by the way, guys, if you have no idea or know nothing about automation, please watch my automations videos. I'm expecting you know this stuff. If you don't, this is going to be very confusing, but I'm expecting you know some of this because I'm going to be going over this relatively quickly. So if we come down here, I want to first show you what kind of triggers we got. We have community triggers. So we have group access granted. We have group access revoked, private channel access granted, private channel access revoked, community group members leaderboard level changed. So anytime any of these things happen inside of high level, you can trigger a sequence or an automation. So let's say group access granted. So we get someone that gets into the group. So we're going to do group is, and you pick any of these for any of those triggers. You then have all the actions you could possibly want. So you can create a contact on them. You can put them in a pipeline. You can send them an SMS, send them an email. You can call them. Like, there's so many things you can do. This is where school really loses its punching power, and high level is just amazing, because if you have a lot of people coming in, these automations can absolutely take away so much of that time and help you scale fast. But I want to show you the specific community related ones. You can send a push notification. You can grant group access. You can revoke group access. You can grant private channel access. You can revoke private channel access, and you can grant community leaderboard points. This is really important because you may not use a trigger for the community. It might be like when a payment fails, remove them from the group because guess what? They need to be removed or whatever you want. And you have all these different things you can do. I mean, you can add as many community triggers as you want, and you just have so many different options, okay, to automate your process. So what you have to think of is, what does my process look like? What do I do? Do I have live streams? Do I have events? How does this work? Because if you have, let's say, a product that you sell and they get it, and then you give them group access granted, or they buy the product, which, you know, it could be payment received. Okay, we plug that in or something like that. Then what you want to do is like, okay, I'm in my group and someone just bought my product, and then immediately have upsells going out. So you could then come right in and just blitz them with like send email, send SMS, and you have this entire sequence built out to just absolutely hammer your leads. Guys, again, I cannot state this enough. If you start to get traffic and you start to move stuff, automations and high level are the key to making this work fast. If you're going to be in here and you're going to be doing a bunch of stuff, it will get overwhelming if you were doing everything manually. You have to set up the robots, the automations, to do it for you so you can scale fast. And you just have to think of how this will work, not if this works, because it will work. It's just how this will work for you, because there's so many different things you can add. There's so many different sneaky things you can take away from you, and you can really automate so much of your community. Okay, and if you have any questions on this, or you're like, what is Declan talking about? What is the master talking about? Just drop it down below. I will help you out with this. But it really is important that you understand that you have all of these features in automations and so many different things you can add in and so many different triggers and so many different sequences is you can pretty much automate the heck out of your group. Again, this is huge for scale. Can't do without it. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the last part of this video, which is just pro tips to help you get more engagement and do some sneaky stuff. Again, I've won awards in growing groups. I've done a lot with Facebook groups. I've done just a lot in the group space in general. So I actually do know what I'm talking about, and I really want to give you these tips because they will help you tremendously. The first one is ultra basic. If you go and you are the admin of everything, you can click at everyone, and it will notify everyone in the channel. This is really important, not just because like, oh, you can at everyone, but because of one specific difference than of, let's say, Facebook groups or any of these other communities, is the at everyone and GoHighLevel, okay, and these pre-built community platforms, you can basically abuse it if you're and you don't want to do that, but if you are the admin. And what this means is you can at everyone and it will notify everyone. Reach guaranteed. See, on Facebook, if you add everyone, it only adds a couple people. It does not add everyone. It will add everybody. The reach is guaranteed. It's not an algorithm within here that basically stops it, because that's what Facebook is. You have to pay to get reach. You have to do all this stuff, and it's really hard. With this, it hits everybody. That's why it is so unbelievably powerful. So remember, if you ever have something you want to go out or you have something important, at everyone by just going here and clicking at everyone's going to notify every single person in the channel. I recommend you don't do that all the time though, because if everything is an at everyone and everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority. And then, you lose your punching power. Okay, next hack that will help you a lot is the use of forms. Okay, guys, this is absolutely killer. I mean, we're going to just come right in here. We're going to pick from a template. You can essentially build out these forms and plug them right into your community via a link, and a ton of traffic can get there. This is huge. Same with surveys. If you need to gather information, you need to collect phone numbers. Oh my gosh, this is such a hack. See, with Facebook groups, it becomes a little trickier because you have to put a link in, and the link carries away, and then you get docked points because it's leaving Facebook, and there's all these like annoying little things. With this, you can just slap the form link in here. They can go, and because it's the high-level ecosystem, it just lets you through that. Let's say we want this bad boy. We're going to save this. Let's say we want to integrate this. We take this right here. We can copy form link. Shit, you can even embed the code. Come right in here. And we can just do sign up for my free trial. Or whatever you want, guys. I'm just slapping this in here. And you could just put the link in there, or you could just be, if you want to be pretty about it, come right here and click add link and do free trial. And check this out. We're going to publish post. And then when they click this, look what happens. It takes them to a form. So important, because guess what? If you take them into the form and you're like, I like this, they can put in their information. I get free traffic. Boom. You come right over here, you do form, and then you pick whatever form you want. You see the power of this, guys? It's just going back into the Go High Level ecosystem so you can hit more people in more ways. It's really hard to do this on other platforms like School, Kajabi, any of these things because they don't have the entire system. On High Level, you have everything. That's why I'm showing you these pro tips. You can take this and you can just juice the living crap out of your group because you have so much more firepower to do it. When you have the whole system, you can every Friday release a thing, give a lead magnet away, and immediately you're collecting more lists. You're doing more and more stuff and you're building out all the more stuff. So the use of forums in Go High Level communities is a huge pro tip. The next huge pro tip is automating your posting inside of your community. So these bad boys right here, you can schedule and automate these. Again, another reason why High Level has got those heavy hands. They're hard hitters. Come right into marketing. You're gonna love this. We come to Social Planner and let's create a new post. I'm gonna show you something really cool. So we come right in here and we click socials. You can add your community. How cool is that? So we click, hey, let's add this. And we can now go in here and we can schedule posts. So check this out. We wanna do a new post. You're gonna love this. We can pick, okay, we're gonna do SaaS, the announcement. You can even pick the channel that you want to put the posts in. We're gonna click this and do free giveaway, blah, 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 or whatever you want. You can add a title. You can notify all group members. You really can do so much different stuff here. We have the community selected. And then what we're gonna do is click this right here. And then you can schedule your post and even schedule recurring posts. So you can schedule this post inside of your community for every Friday at 3 p.m. so you don't do extra work. How cool is that? You can schedule a post, which is great. If it's like, we have a live call, remember, you can schedule that post so it goes out and it notifies everyone. So everyone goes, I forgot, I gotta be on the live call. This just is better. It makes stuff more advanced. This is how you really get your time back, is you use these automation. Again, you can schedule it, you can set it for approval. You can do all these different things. If you want to schedule a post, you can pick whatever time you want. Again, you can make it recurring or you can schedule because this is what's going to save you time. Guys, I don't create these videos just to like throw random knowledge at you. I give you tactics to help you grow. And this is one of those things where I'm telling you, the people that have big communities are nodding their heads with me right now. Because once you start to get a lot of traffic, it becomes a headache trying to manually do stuff, talk to leads, this, that. You want to work smarter. Now, the way you do this is with these kind of automations, these basic things, scheduling your posts out. It helps a lot. So there it is, guys. That's how you can schedule it very simply. That's a huge pro tip. You just follow that exact thing that I showed you and you can schedule any of your posts. Okay, the next huge pro tip is pipelines. If you have a community and it's just a ton of people and you're like, ooh, we got to make sure we dial this in. This is what I recommend you do. You're going to have to watch my video on this. And this is a little more advanced, okay? But this is how you can create an ultimate sales system within your community. Because in your community, it is kind of hard to figure out whose leads, what's going on, what's not going on. So what you can do is you can build out a nice, juicy pipeline, okay? And then what you can do is you can come into automations and you can define certain things and then run them through the pipeline. So let's say once group, access is granted in the SaaS winners, you could do update opportunity and we could select pipeline. You do whatever stage you want and it could be new lead or whatever you want. And therefore, every time you bring people in, okay, to your community, as opposed to just having a bunch of people come in, you now are having them come into the group, but also be plugged into a pipeline. This is the future, guys. I'm gonna have another video coming out on this that's gonna give you like a tactical strategy with a snapshot. Like this right here is absolutely gangster. Like you're building a sales process off of your community because there's not really a whole way in the community to figure out who's hot leads and not. There isn't, not even on School, just because it's not the function of a community. Community is a community. You have to figure the rest out. Another reason why High Level is so damn advanced. You can add the sales process and automate it. So if we go back and we're like, okay, we got the pipeline. This is awesome. We got all these leads pouring in. You then can create an entire stage based on where they're at. So you know what members need to be sold, what members don't, what members need to be kicked out. So we come back here, we could go, okay, let's go to pipelines. We're gonna come right in here. We're gonna do stage. We're gonna do hot lead. I'm just giving you guys an example and then sold. So what you guys can do is based on certain things. This is where you can use number scores and stuff like this. You can come right back in here and edit the opportunity. And then let's say like send them an email and then you start warming them up. And then if they do something in the group, okay, which again, guys, you got all these different actions, all these different triggers. So say we have a form we built out that goes to some sort of lead magnet you have and you do form is, that would be like they are now a hot lead. So you then switch them to, let's quickly refresh this. Come right here, we'll click Click refresh, so we got it. And then you can pick hot lead right here. We plug that in, and then you're moving them based on something they just did. Does that make sense? Again, you can drop a comment if you're confused down below, but a sales system plus a community it's game over. Like that's some advanced level stuff. And that's how you'll sell a lot of people. Because a lot of people have big communities, but they're like, and I'll consult them and I'll ask them, I'm like, so who's hot, who's cold, who's what? And they're just kind of like, look at me and like, they don't know. Like, it's just my community members. They have no idea. They have no pulse. They don't know who's really doing what. They don't know who's good, who's bad. They don't really know. Like, not a great way to be. You want to have a good pulse in your community, especially when you get this stuff automated, guys, and using automations. All this stuff happens behind the scenes. You do zero work and you sell more. So just keep the creative juices going because that is like incredibly important. The last pro tip I want to show you guys very, very simply is just this right here. So if you have a course, and this is just something I've learned over the years, you know how when I went in and I showed you how to edit everything and the colors and the scheme and all that stuff via customize? What I see a lot of people do is they restart courses. If you have a general brand theme and you've spent a lot of time building out your course and it's been like, oh my gosh, this is really stressful, I recommend you click these three dots and you clone it, and then you just change out the name in the pictures. If you click create new product, you're starting fresh. Remember that. White background, same font. If you've changed everything, I recommend you come in and you clone because it's just going to save you a lot of time. Trust me, it's a little pro tip that's helped me a lot because it's been so frustrating having to match, and it takes hours worth of time. So that's just a little pro tip that will help you greatly. So thank you so much for watching. I know that was a longer video, but I appreciate it. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Okay, guys, this is heavy stuff. Sometimes it can get complicated. So drop them down below. I'll answer anything. You can even message me for free on social media if you have questions. Second big thing, I'll be linking a video at the end of this video, which is going to be how to get an exclusive 30-day free trial link under GoHighLevel, plus a bunch of bonuses and a bunch of other stuff that you can get from me to help you just turbocharge your high-level experience. Again, all this stuff is free. I'm not trying to sell you any coaching. I'm not trying to sell you any course. I'm not trying to, get you on some weird mastermind. It's all free if you sign up using my GoHighLevel link. And if you don't believe me and you're hesitant, you're like, okay, who is this guy in a robe telling me what to do? Click the link below and see the testimonies I have, see the awards I've won, see what I've done so you can see it and not just take my word for it. So I can show you that this really is one of the best online communities to join if you're trying to learn AI, communities, SaaS, and just marketing in general. It is absolutely killer. So again, guys, thank you for watching. Watch that video at the end. It's going to help you out, or just go right down below and sign up using that 30-day free trial link. You're not going to regret it. Watch the video.